shit when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame, but when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to bars, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, that means quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. People the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he leave the know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Brissett.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for those on that, forcing that incompletion.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A give running left, McAllister.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
A handoff to McAllister. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Middle they go with McAllister. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running right, here's McAllister. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown LA. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jones. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Fourth down, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
On the give, McAllister with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought, what was he smiling about? Because he had more confidence in himself. That was a play, and he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 3rd down, Henry. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with McAllister. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is McAllister, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On 3rd down, Jones flushed out right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Deuce McAllister. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are once again back in front. A good hold in these run conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice job to get themselves out.
Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also he did a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
1st down, Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw again. Brissett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by a Cameron Evans. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie
as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, it's McAllister, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. McAllister. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Probably the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Brissett on first down. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, Bobby, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now rock solid because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 22-yard scamper. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McAllister. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fields it right around the goal line.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A big play there for Carolina. 62 yards. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. McAllister. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McAllister. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crashing out of bounds. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's going on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football.
And this time he is in. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient.
followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On third down, they'll run it with McAllister. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. Touchdown, Panthers! Darius Slayton from a yard out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On third down, Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brissett to throw on 1st. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett is going to float this over the middle deep.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brissett looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Brissett on 4th down. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney from 13 yards out. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give, right side. McAllister. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. On 3rd down, McAllister, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jones to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. That one a bad
fourth.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Panthers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.